What's up everybody, Jesse here, and we have a ton of information for you. Some of you may consider these as spoilers, so this is your warning. Nintendo sent early copies of the Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild to a lot of very lucky people. Part of the embargo said they can talk about what they experienced for the first 5 hours of the game and show up to 15 minutes of gameplay, as long as it doesn't contain certain cutscenes, story spoilers, and specific items, which is understandable. However, as we know, once you leave the Great Plateau, you can travel anywhere you want. Because of this, almost everyone's video and experiences were completely different from one another. Some people headed straight for the ocean and tried making it to the edge of the world. Others tackled some shrines and tried to accomplish as many quests as possible. A few even tried taking on Calamity Ganon. So I decided I would make a video that summed up absolutely everything we learned from everyone else's experience with the game. That way you don't have to search for 50 different videos just to figure out what happens. This will be the first part in a 3-part series going over absolutely everything learned, which is a lot. So please subscribe and like so you don't miss out on future videos. And let me know what you thought of all of this in the comments below. If there's anything that I left out, tell us about it in the comments, and when we make a future video on it, we'll be sure to credit you for bringing it to our attention. Also, links to the gameplay I use, and some of my videos, like theories, news, discussions, and podcasts, will be in the description. And I recommend you check out my interview with Holly Wolf. We talk for a little bit over an hour about Breath of the Wild, cosplay, and more. But that's getting a bit off topic. And with all of that out of the way, let's get started. First up, we have probably the most interesting, the Blood Moon. I've heard a few different people mention this, and what I've found out is that the way time works in the game is basically every minute of real world time is 1 hour in the game. So every 24 minutes, a full day and night in Breath of the Wild will pass. We're not sure on how many days need to pass for a blood moon to happen, but it happens at least once every 5 hours. The entire night sky will turn the dark pink color we've seen from Calamity Ganon. This will resurrect any enemies or bosses you have killed, allowing you to fight them again. Typically in a video game, once you leave an area and return, the enemies will respawn. However, this isn't the case with Breath of the Wild, which means you won't necessarily be able to grind a certain area for rare items. You will need to wait for this blood moon to resurrect everyone. Trees you cut down, boulders you roll away, and any damage to the environment will return as normal though. So if you cut down a tree to create a bridge, leaving the area and returning will cause the tree to grow back. I mean, you won't literally see the tree growing, but you know what I mean. Next up, I did a video on this earlier, so for more details you can go and watch that video, but this is just going to quickly go into it. If you complete a shrine, you will receive a spirit orb. This is something we've known since E3. However, when you collect 4 spirit orbs, you can spend them on hearts or stamina upgrades. Spirit orbs must be spent at goddess statues. We don't know if spirit orbs can be found by doing anything else in the game though. Third, Koroks are literally everywhere. You can simply walk into a certain area and one will pop up. Think of it as like a cute little scare jump. However, some will be more difficult to find, sometimes requiring you to complete a puzzle or minigame in order to make them appear. Fourth, even when at the edge of the map, looking at the sunset, you will still see islands far off in the distance that can be explored. They may include shrines, NPCs, and even their own town or village. Fifth, boomerangs and other items that return from past Zelda games can be used in brand new unique ways. For instance, with the boomerang, which you get from certain Lizalfos, you can use it as a melee weapon until it breaks, like a normal weapon such as a sword or a hammer, or you can throw it like a traditional boomerang, but when it returns, you have to press a button to catch it. We aren't sure if it will simply pass you up, or if it will actually hit you if you don't catch it. Sixth, when at Hyrule Castle, a cutscene will play, but you won't immediately be able to fight Ganon. You still need to find your way to him, which requires puzzle and problem solving. However, when you do make it to him, you'll likely die unless you have everything maxed out. A hit from a normal enemy can take up to 8 hearts or more of damage, and early weapons are broken with just a few hits. So even if you manage to make it to Ganon and avoid every single attack, which even a normal attack will one-hit kill you, you would likely run out of weapons as they would all break before you were able to deliver the final blow. So running in with 10 different bow and arrows and 20 different swords and hammers still isn't going to be enough to kill him. You'll need really powerful and really rare weapons to actually hit him enough to make a difference. 7. The game is just beautiful. If you don't cry from simply looking around at the world and how amazing the game looks, you have no heart. Which is fine, it only takes 4 spirit orbs to get one. If it rains, you're in trouble. If it storms, you're basically already dead. Seriously, when you're running around with 6 hearts or less, and many of the enemies can one-hit kill you, you will without a doubt be running away from most of your encounters with groups of enemies as they can all attack at once, whereas in past Zelda games, they took turns. So if you get tired of seeing the game over screen, you will make running away a habit. One of the best ways to run away from enemies is climbing a hill or mountain to escape. If you run, even on a horse, they can chase you, with some even being faster than your horse, and some will even have their own horse. So if it's raining, you can't climb anything. Even running up a hill will cause you to slide back down. So if you're in a closed-in area and the only way to escape is to climb, you're out of luck. If it's storming, you're already dead. You have no way of escaping, you can't climb away, each enemy will be attacking you all at once, and you have the added risk of lightning hitting you, which is also a one-hit kill. So if you see rain or a storm approaching, try avoiding dangerous places and as many enemies as possible. What's up everybody, really quick before we get to the usual end slate, I wanted to mention a quick update for this channel. I'm trying to bring together a few new series other than the usual discussions and news videos that we do. I would like to bring quality reviews, let's plays, do more live streams, a top 10 series, and more analysis videos. However, to do this, I need your help. Between being a new father, YouTube, and my real job, I don't have the time to work on all of these videos. So I'd like to bring on other people who can help out from time to time, like Sasizi and others who have helped host and edit videos before. To make this all happen and to get awesome rewards for yourself, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse where you can get shoutouts and videos, join our group Discord and chat with us whenever you want, be a guest on some of our videos, and much more. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would like to give a huge thank you to this month's Patreons for their support: George Martinez, Glenn Cassio, Henhu Tienen, Lunarium, Magic Tech Review, The Itch Network, and Harris Priest. Thank you all for everything, and it's because of your support that I'm able to find the time to do these videos. If you would also like to support this channel, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse where you can find all kinds of great rewards like joining on a video, being added onto our Discord chat, having your discussion or topic featured on one of our videos, and much more, including having your own custom artwork similar to my own, drawn of you in any anime or video game style you would like. Finally, I would like to give a huge thank you to Gnomo Designs and CS Guitar 89 for providing the music and artwork for this channel.